Hey everybody, this is CrossFit TT's workout of the day for Friday, March 20th, 2020. This is for all of you at home. You can see there's a fair amount of writing on the board, so what I'm going to do is bring the phone over a little closer so you can read it. Alright, so for the first part, we have 10 minutes for quality. Okay, just going through each movement one at a time. Nothing fast. Okay, we're starting with a 20-minute right arm overhead walk or march in place. Then 20 meters, not 20 minutes. Then 20 meters for the left arm. If you don't have necessarily 20 meters to walk, you can simply just do 20 steps in place. Then we'll go into 10 prone aquamans. We want this to be done as slow as possible. And then one per side of an unweighted Turkish get-up or TGU. And that's our stability work for today. And then we'll move into our sweaty portion, which is 3 different tabatas separated by 2 minutes of rest. Okay. The first tabata is alternating movements. You will do a one arm dumbbell clean and shoulder to overhead. And then you will alternate that with a left arm, one arm dumbbell clean to shoulder overhead. It was not a squat clean, it is a power clean. And the shoulder to overhead, you can bring the dumbbell from your shoulder to overhead however you wish. After your 2 minute of rest, you will do another tabata of just weighted torso twists. Then take another 2 minute of rest, and then do a last tabata, which is alternating one arm dumbbell clean and shoulder to overhead with V-ups. So you will alternate back and forth between those two. As a reminder, Tabata is 8 rounds of 20 seconds on and 10 seconds off. So if you're alternating movements, you're just switching back and forth between movements during those 8 intervals. And if there are no alternating movements like B3 with the torso twist, you're just simply doing torso twists the entire time you are working. Right, so let's review the movements. So starting with the stability work over here, that first movement we will have a dumbbell or some other weighted object. Could be a plate, just don't use your china plates. Okay, we'll have some sort of object you are holding up overhead. What we are looking for is you form one big stacked line over your feet and that your ribs stay down, not up, as you walk. So I'll march my 20 steps in place. Once I'm done, I will switch arms, go to the other arm. Then from there, I'm going to come down to the floor, okay, like so. And I will do my aquamans. So my aquamans will start like this. I will then lift my hands from my back. I will straighten my elbow and then slowly rotate and bring my thumb up overhead. You should end with a thumb up. Rotate down and return to the starting position with palms up. Okay, we're going to do that 10 times. Then from there, we'll roll onto your back and we'll do our unweighted Turkish get-up. So unweighted Turkish get-up, now you're going to have your hand up overhead. You're going to have the same side leg down. You're going to take your opposite hand and put it down on the floor. Okay, you will then roll onto your opposite elbow. You will straighten your opposite elbow, lift your hips, bring your straight leg back underneath you, side bend to come up straight into a lunge position, and then stand, and then do the reverse on the way down. One leg back, reach to the side, come out from underneath you, slowly lower down, lower to your elbow, and come back down to the floor. With the Turkish get-up, we're looking for a segmented movement. Okay, so it's slow, it's controlled. We're not rushing and kind of rolling through, missing those points of performances, which is a straight arm overhead at all times, and just a slow, steady movement. Okay? So when we're going for 10 minutes for quality, again, we're just moving through the body of work almost as if it were an AMRAP, but the goal is to focus on quality of movement rather than speed. When we move towards our sweaty portion, okay, the movements that we're going to do are the dumbbell clean and shoulder to overhead. So I'm going to put the dumbbell between my feet. My feet are going to be about hip width apart, maybe a little wider. Okay, I'm going to come down here with just about vertical shins. I'm going to keep my back flat by pushing my chest up. And then I'm going to launch the dumbbell towards my shoulder. From here, I have an option of doing a strict press, a push press, or a push jerk. Okay, I would advise to choose the push press or the push jerk because you can cycle a little faster, okay, and it won't wear your shoulders out as much. Okay. Either way, just be consistent with what movement you choose. Okay. So for either the push press or the push jerk, what we're looking for is a vertical torso as you dip down. So to do that, my knees will go forward and out to the side, and then I will jump the dumbbell up overhead, or jump and dip down as the dumbbell goes overhead. Once we're done the first TABATA, alternating right arm and left arm. The second one with the weighted torso twist, I can use a dumbbell, a backpack, I can use a heavy book, I could use a weighted vest, maybe my computer, maybe a small child. Okay. Either way, my feet are ideally raised up and I'm rotating from side to side like so. Hey, imagine you have a laser coming out of your chest and you're rotating and pointing that laser to the right and to the left. Okay. If this is too difficult, you can bring your feet down, touch the floor, and rotate that way. That works too. You can also make it harder by straightening your legs and rotating as well. From here, our last TABATA, okay, will feature the one arm dumbbell alternating clean and shoulder overhead. So this time, instead of doing one arm at a time, like up front like this, and then just doing one arm again, you are alternating this time. So I will alternate like so. You can alternate in the air or down on the ground like that. Okay, we're still meeting the same points of performance. Okay, our shins are vertical, our lumbar curve is maintained, and we're popping the hips and going right into our shoulder to overhead. We're pairing that movement with a V-up. Okay, so a V-up. And like so, hands to toes, like so. Or they can be tuck-ups. That works too. Or we can bisect the movement, just do one half. So we can do leg lifts. Okay, or knee raises, or knee tucks. That works too. Either way is acceptable. We're just looking for something that you can do and move through for that 20-second interval in the TABATA. Okay? Enjoy this one. This one will get spicy. And as always, have fun with it.